to get the new Shonen opening, right? You know, see the new bad guys, some foreshadowing. Last opening was like a decent song, but it didn't have much else happening in it. I hope it's live now. It's actually weird to me. Sorry. Just give me a second here. Because now I got the ads. Come on, please. Another ad. I see my online stream. Okay, that's good. Yes, perfect. So, I am very excited, right? Massive excited, because I love new openings, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch the episode until we get to the opening, which is probably in the middle somewhere, like a minute 3 or something like that. Then I'm gonna, you know, watch the opening course, and we're gonna break it down, look at all the scenes, and I'm gonna, you know, give my educated guesses, right? Who's the bad guy, who's the new guy, and so on, right? I love doing that, and then we're gonna have probably some Endavouyr, I guess, episode generally. Like Papa Endavouyr is gonna be a teacher again. It's gonna be the best arc ever. People, I can see Twitter hating it. They're gonna be like, "God, Endoweyr's back! He's the main guy!" Like the people are gonna hate it, right? It's gonna be awesome. But anyway, let's watch the episode. So again, then we're gonna pause when we get to the opening, or you know, after opening. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I love the opening. So 3, 2, 1, and go. First, we're gonna recap the. Hawks course bad, Hawks, Derby is gonna be the main thing, right? Endavouyr. But yeah, Man with the Mission, of course, is in the opening too. And Man with the Mission is like a very classic, iconic opening band. You know, like Inuyashiki, Golden Kamuy, 7 Deadly Sins, etc. Right? So it's kind of very, I would say, quite renowned opening band, right? Now of the Hawks here. And the Hawks spy thing is, of course, the infiltrating of Hawks going to be the popular Hawks boy. All the girl loves him. I need to talk to Darby, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess they heard that. There's like Darby right there with the side wound there. And we're also probably gonna explore if Darby is in our sound right, given the last Toya, they coming from Natsu's one. The risk management of being Hawksman. Just a friendly guy, man. Darby has more of the friendliest face. Him and Mr. Hands have the friendliest face in the anime, definitely. It's like, yeah. Allow is used in like a typical payouts phone though. Doesn't have a cell phone anymore. I don't know. It's like, this is the safe way. It's probably the least safe way using those payphones because they're very easy to, you know, bug and track. So I don't know why the bad guys actually use one of those things. Come on, give me the opening. I mean, I want to see the storyline too, but I'm probably like, come on, give me the opening. Probably gonna start the moment here. I haven't heard the song yet either. I just know it's Man with the Mission. This is probably opening now. Come on, damn it. It wasn't opening. Oh, ooh. Genist? Hawks and Genist? Yeah. That's a surprise. What is it about? Well, I mean, I guess they know each other. I mean, they're both top rank heroes. It was Bakugo's trainer. I love it, like, I need to have my own merchandise, you know? If you're a true hero, you need your own merchandise, definitely. Well, it's gonna stab something. Man, that looks like Hawk's gonna kill him. Or maybe pretend to kill him with this. Or something. Yeah, that looks like Hawk's gonna like stab him with a feather, right? I can see them like fake death. I can see them like fake deathing Genist. So the bad guy will trust Hawk maybe. Huh. Yeah, it looks very suspicious there. And Hawk's the kind of character that he's probably a good guy, pretend to be a bad guy, but he could also be a bad guy, pretend to be a good guy. He's that kind of character you're like, I don't know. But here we go, new opening. Also in English because it's Man Mission. Right, yeah. So. Man, I get goosebumps from seeing if you can open, man. So this boys, I guess, are gonna be trained by Endavouyr, right? I'm getting goosebumps, but I love every mission though. So every hope with every mission, and obviously one of my favorite anime ever is like Golden Kamuy, right? And inuyashiki's amazing too. So I know it's like a quality anime for him every mission, right? But yeah, it's like, you know, the Endavouyr boys. That's how we call them. Oh, new bad guys, definitely. Look at the guy with the wine glass. It's clearly a bad guy. We'll break it down later, and other bad guys. But yeah, but these I can recognize bad guys. Someone's hand. But I mean, like the guy with like a wine glass, like that looks like super bad. I mean, that's a bad guy. He's like, yes. That looks super bad guy, man. We'll go back to later here. Oh, like and a lot of hawks. Oh yeah, more of the black. Given the opening, it's gonna be a lot about the three boys, right? Like the Endavouyr. It's a lot of like Todoroki, Bakugo, and then nice. The Endavouyr replaces All Might. That was a nice decisioning. Like All Might is being replaced by Endavouyr is number 1 now. That guy with the wine glass, clearly the big baddie, right? But okay, yeah. Let's break down the opening. This is my favorite time, right? We're gonna go back now. Look at the opening, look at every scene. I love doing this thing. This is my absolute favorite thing in any anime, right? If they have a good opening, or given they have a good opening. But shonen openings, like Mega Academia, usually is better, right? They have more foreshadowing, they have more, let's say, new bad guys as well, right? So yeah, so first of all, it starts with, yeah, like the, you know, it's all the characters, right? All the heroes. We know these guys. They're popular bad, yeah, popular good guys. And then... But it feels like this arc here, you know, I'm a normal, right? But I feel this arc here is gonna go into mostly being Deku, Todoroki, and Bakugo, right? Because after the first scene with everyone standing there, we just see the three boys, right? It's only the boys all the time. It's very focused on these three guys having the Endavouyr. Here we get the scene here, yeah. It's very focused on these three, right? Sitting here, you know, like reminiscing, or maybe it is broken, but whatever. It feels like the opening is clearly hinting to that, yeah, we're gonna focus on obviously the main character and his main rivals, I guess, right? Bakugo and Todoroki. Absolutely so much, yeah. I mean, I'm guessing that the other characters, like Uraraka and so on, won't be that much in this arc, given the opening at least. But also generally, you know, going to an hour and so on. But yeah, it feels like there won't be much focus on the other students, right? Let's keep going here. Focus on those three characters. And then we get these guys. So, I mean, I'm an anime only, but I feel it's pretty obvious. That these are the new bad guys. Like, I mean, when you see a guy with the wine glass being all like, yes, and with the finger thing too, this is like straight up super bad guy, right? So, he also appears later in the opening, the woman as well, I suppose, but he's probably the leader, right, of these new bad guys. I mean, I have a very hard time seeing him not being the leader. He's in the front, he's the first guy close to the window, right? He has the evil wine glass shit going on. So I guess this is the main arc's bad guy, I suppose. That being said, though, you can't really detect his powers at all. Yeah, he kind of is like a suit guy, right? But I guess, like, to me, he feels like a Lex Luthor, so kind of, you know, management bad guy, right? It's like controlling a lot of lackeys and minions and so on. He's probably like the last guy that actually does something when he has to do it. Like a bad guy doesn't want to get his hands dirty, you know, like a rich bad guy. So I suppose that his powers are, he might still have really good powers, right? But I suppose he probably doesn't fight that much, and that's why he has to like a suit guy. He's standing there being like well dressed and not really, you know, in like a battle suit thing. And then the guy, or maybe a woman, but to the furthest left there is like a, reminds me of Captain Cold or some other, you know, ice-oriented guy. Kind of has like a winter jacket thing going on there. The woman looks like a zombie. I'm gonna throw it out there. She looks like a zombie with the skin. You know, zombie land Sega, yeah, but she looks like a zombie. Right? They kind of the pale blue skin, purple hair. She could have some maybe necromancer, undead quirk, I guess. And then the other guy has like a laptop in his hands. Maybe some tech-based quirk? Technology quirk, right? He hack stuff, maybe something like that. And then the last guy is just a tall guy, so I don't know, he's just standing there. Kind of similar to the main guy. I don't know, he will. No hints there, I can see. Oh, okay, it's another guy coming afterwards too. Also in a suit though, so. Then of course we see that, you know, then this in here is really weird. So someone has taken someone's hand. It might be Mr. Hand's powers, but I don't know. Like it looks like someone has taken someone's hands, but it looks like his hand though. That is obviously foreshadowing something. Someone has taken his hands. I guess look at his hands, right? Might be Hawks cutting off some Mr. Jean hand something. Yeah, and then we see the other cats appearing, but I doubt they're gonna be much of the other students, given the opening. So I doubt it, right? I doubt it a lot. Because it feels a lot about Deku and so on. Oh, there she is. I can go back. You can find the scene here. So you can find this. There's a very quick frame. Sometimes I have to pause right to get a good scene. So you see the other students. Then you kind of flashes us the new bad guys. So I'm trying to just get that frame here. Sometimes it's like, come on, give me that. Here we go. Got the frame. So yeah, so she's clearly one of the new bad guys, right? So kind of rich evil lady, and. Yeah, I want to go with the zombie tier, right? Obviously, I'm a big zombie fan. She could be a zombie girl. Zombie island, yeah, like her skin complexion, right? That's what I'm thinking. Her skin complexion, her, the hair as well. I don't know, the purple hair. It's kind of like, thing is that purple usually symbolizes like poison, right? Also in my academia. And obviously a zombie has maybe some diseases or, you know. So, yeah, I feel she's gonna have some kind of zombie necromancy powers, right? That has a pale skin and has the poison hairstyle. So, that's what I'm thinking, is that she's gonna have some kind of that, right? Again, that's the guy with the laptop. So, I'm thinking he's gonna have tech powers, right? We saw him earlier holding it on the side, but it's clearly a laptop, right? He's holding. He's walking around with like a laptop. So, he's gonna have some kind of tech or hack powers, right? Certainly. But maybe he can like hack stuff around him. Be cool power. You can like hack, you know, if you fight him on the street, maybe you can hack cars or, you know, stuff like that, right? Maybe an electric-based power of sort as well. But certainly, I think he has a laptop in his hands, and I guess she's this zombie lady here. I guess she's the leader, except obviously the wine guy, but she's the second in command, I guess, right? He's like the second highest rank leader, obviously standing in front of the other ones, being like, you know, this is my boys, right? She's probably the second highest of the bad guys. I don't know. We saw this guy earlier too. Purple guy with glasses. Or I mean purple glasses. I don't know. He seems kind of indifferent. Yeah, like I don't know. He would be. He could be anything. I mean, he's like a guy in a suit, right? I mean, it's like he's a guy in a suit. I don't know what he would be at all, really. Honestly, I mean, it's like his glasses are purple, poisoned maybe something. Mind powers. Yeah, purple is like mind powers or poison. So telekinesis. Telepathic powers, maybe. Maybe it's just her hair being infected. I don't know. He's just super scared. So I give up. I don't know. He's too. He doesn't tell much. And obviously, Mr. Wineglass is keeping shown, right? And then he has like a scene. Someone has a computer though. Yeah, this is another character. Yeah. I don't know. Clearly looks like a bad guy, but it could be a good guy though. But someone pops up here in a. At some kind of typical hacker computer room, right? With purple eyes. It could be other guys, I guess, with the same purple glasses, but... Yeah, almost looks kind of like the main baddie. Then we see Deku course with the lightning powers. They're fighting something. I love this scene, though, honestly. This is probably my favorite scene in the opening. Because I always love transition scenes. So this is a great scene. This is probably, I think, the best scene, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, right? We see All Might, and then of course All Might is flexing, right? And then, yeah, and then Endavouyr, he turns into Endavouyr, right? Because obviously All Might got number 1, now Endavouyr is number 1, right? And like All Might is, yeah, transforming into Endavouyr on the scene. It's started burning, and then Endavouyr stands here instead. I think this is the best scene. And it both symbolizes, again, right, from who's the new number 1, and as we know with Endavouy's storyline, that he can't really handle being number 1, right, for many reasons. Both getting people's trust and so on, right, we saw in last season, but also that obviously Endavouyr is weaker than All Might, right, so he's like, people don't really trust me on like a power scale thing. And then lastly, as we know in this arc, again, I'm manual only, but obviously I know what the arc is going to be about, seeing the previous one, right, that Endavouyr is going to train, you know, to the Rocky, Deku, and Bakugo, right, so he's kind of taking over that sensei, the mentorship, right, from All Might is going to Endavouyr. I think this is probably the best scene from like a visual storytelling, right? That Endavouyr is like taking over that mantle of All Might, right? In both from being number 1 hero, trying to be this, you know, plus ultra, people's gonna love him and so on, trying to be, you know, beloved, and also then being the mentor of the boys, right? So Yeah, I think this is a really good scene actually. This is definitely my favorite scene. But obviously Endaouy's the best character too. Endaouy's the best boy, no, but come on, I like the whole Endavouyr story. I like that he's giving him some redemption and so on. Yeah, and then of course in the next scene, yeah, you know, he turns into Endavouyr and so on. But I think it's a great scene. This is a really good scene. There's a dick fighting and so on. As I mentioned earlier, I think absolutely be mostly about Deku, and then here comes the again, right? Mr. Wineglass, guys, how we call him now. Clearly the new big baddie, right? Probably only a big baddie for this arc. Though. I don't think this guy doesn't feel he's gonna stay for being a big baddie for more than one arc, right? We have, you know, the other legion of villain guys. Those guys are clearly the true, you know, the occurring bad guys, right? This guy is probably only a bad guy for 10 episodes. Probably, right? But that being said, again, he seems to absolutely be the new bad for this arc, the villain for this arc. I mean, clearly, he has the first scene with all the new bad guys, with the one in the front. There's another scene where he kind of like laughing in the opening, like, haha. Then there's this scene when he kind of stares right into the camera, being like, yeah, I'm the big baddie. So he seems to be, obviously, be the new big bad guy. Like absolutely no discussion. This is the new big bad guy, right? I'd be very surprised if he wasn't the new big bad guy after seeing the opening. If I'm wrong and he isn't the new big bad guy, then I'm gonna be very confused on it. I'll be like, wait, but this guy is not the big bad guy? But he keeps having like he's in the opening like 4 times and he's like staring at the screen. He has an evil wine glass. I'll be super surprised. Yeah, and then the end with all the boys again, right? So it's a lot of focus again on. Like, I really doubt, right, that with the last scene here again, as I said, I really doubt that the other characters is going to have much screen time in the season, given how much the opening is only focusing on Deku and his main rival boys with Endavouyr, right? That seems to be the constant recurring theme in the opening, right? That it's not much of the other characters. There's a little bit of like Eureka and, you know, doing like an attack or something, but it's kind of like an indifference thing where you kind of like, oh, I'm hitting the screen or something, right? And of course, the first scene, everyone's like staring, you know, in a position, right? Now, so I think it's gonna be a lot about these three characters, right? Anyway, that was a good opening. Obviously, you know, I'm a huge fan of Man with the Mission, so it's a great band, right? Now then, let's go watch the opening. I want to see what happens to Hawks, to the Kill Genius, and I want to see if timer right again. 5. Close enough. Timer. Okay, so yeah, time is correct. Let's watch it again. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Do the ending so much, of course. Here we are. It's like a deck on a break here. Yeah, with mom and so on. Yeah, so it's like back with. She still can't handle all the violence, of course. She's like, Deku-chan! Come on. Poor mom. Always being worried that he's gonna die, right? Oh yeah, you're gonna show some Eri. I got that letter from Eri-chan! She's so kawaii! I like it, she can't barely write. That's a good detail though. And she has like a bad drawing too. No, but I like it. Yeah, she's like Gambare, but she can barely, you know, do the kanji and so on. That was good though. Yeah, but mom is just always like, I remember this scene when you hit your head and you were all like, I'm gonna be All Might. Yeah. Yeah, the classic scene in Rick Rice and so on. But she's definitely always worried he's gonna die for obvious reasons. It's like, I'm gonna be like All Might and fight all the time. Mount Fuji. Oh, I guess Mr. Cement has to protect him or something? I guess so. He was standing there watching them. It's like the boys are kind of endangered, right? It's like, I think so. But here we go. I'm on the bus. It's gonna meet Endavouyr. Papa Endavouyr. I'm just like, Papa Endavouyr, back to teaching. It's gonna be awesome. As we know, Endavouyr is a great mentor for people. Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh Dick, I'm gonna train you. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah. It's gonna be a great time for them. Oh, he's a guy with the weird what's his quirk? Like, I don't know, sliding or something? His powers is like he can glide, kinda like Alvida or something. I don't know, he's looking weird. Laptop guy from the opening? So I'm thinking, I see a laptop now, but... FGI, I guess, FBI, I guess, but okay. But of course they have a lot of high-tech stuff, right? Like we have wires, we have satellites. Who's this character now? Come on, show me the face! Stop doing the whole... Ah, come on, anime! Stop doing that! He's a laptop guy. I was like, is it the guy from the opening? I'm like, oh, here it is! He's so happy! Papa Endavouyr! He's all like, yeah, boys! It's awesome! Man, the opening hyped me up for Papa Endavouyr, man. He took over the mantle of All Might. And Bakugo was like, oh my god, it's gonna be crazy, this guy. Shoto! He's like, my son! Finally! Oh, he's so happy. The poor man. His son finally has a chance. I'm like, All Might's boy, eh? All Might's boy. Like, honestly, I found him quite kawaii now. Endavouyr. He's just so excited that Todoroki is there, right? Whoa! Shoto, my boy! It's like, Oh, I find it kawaii, man. I find it super kawaii, honestly. He's so excited. His son is like finally... I wouldn't say it's forgiving him, but it's obviously a sign that Todoroki is forgiving him to some extent for it. So he's all like, oh my god, my son likes me, kinda? It's like, oh my god, boy, please don't leave me again. You know, it's a little bit like that, right? I think it's freaking kawaii, man. The poor man. Yeah, and All Might is like, well, but he can probably make you... He can probably train you. He's a great trainer, right? I heard some rumors about that. Yeah, I mean, we learn from number one hero. As I mentioned during the opening, clearly Endavouyr is now the number one hero, taking over the All Might mantle and so on. But, as we know, he's way weaker than All Might. Oh, here we go. Han doesn't want to be a mentor to them. That's no way. I'm so ready to leave me at least. Yeah. He's like, I will train All Might boy. He's like, that's good. That's good in Endavouyr. He has his own technique of training. I guess some bad guy. Wait. What's this power? Water? Something something? I think he's like, oh my god, or something. Pretty cool power. Yeah. So kind of... We just saw Water Guy though with Todoroki and Bakugo, but yeah, another Water Guy. He's gonna have a bad time, man, against fire and ice. Oh. I like you when I was training. It's like, I'm gonna run away from you. If you can follow me, I will train you. Yeah, if you can keep up with me. So this guy's a crazy... I'm God now. Yeah, he's a crazy guy. It's like, I am It's too. Can you shut up? I'm trying to. Yeah, it's just early morning, man. But it's like taking glass or something. So is his power actually glass? Yeah, okay, it's glass, not water. It's like water, but I guess it's like actually taking glass, and he can control glass or something. This sounds actually way more dangerous than water. Yeah, like he's taking the glass from the windows and creating. And of course, Endavouyr comes in. He smacks it. Yeah, glass control. But now it's gonna melt it, right? Now it's gonna melt it. It's gonna be like a glass blower and be like, let me shape some. It feels like a really bad matchup for the old man. It feels like a really bad matchup then. Glass controlling against Endavouyr. The glass is gonna melt with and turn into sand and so on. Oh, it's like a trap or something? What? It's a kind of old man trap. Is another old man there? Hawks on. And Hawks frags them. Come on. Man, they're so friendly, these guys. They're so best friends, clearly. Yeah, it's like, don't come talk to me. It's like, but now it's probably being Sundre. You know how he is. He's being Sundre. Endavour's a dark guy, interesting. He's a demise. Putting it on Endavouyr here. He's the bad guy. Of course, Deku is a big fan. Of course, Deku is a big fan. He's like, oh my god, Hawk-san! You're my idol! I love everyone! Yeah, it's like, oh. Oh, Deku. Oh yeah, good question. Is he still, yeah, so he's still training the bird boys? Like, yeah, I gotta keep my bird boys, you know, gotta fly, you know, with birds. Meta Liberation War. Okay. Well, it feels that the evil wine guy is probably behind his book, I feel. Given the opening, right? Destro, here we go. That's probably him then. It's not this gonna be the new bad guys thing, right? Some kind of revolution. That was like, Good, it's like, something is really weird here. Yeah, it's like, what does that? Yeah, like, take the book, and like, okay, yeah. Then you go like, I will also read the book. It is probably an amazing secret book for me to read. I brought books for you too, guys. Okay, yeah. Good. He's ready with more books, yeah. Don't worry, kids. I get books for everyone. So many copies. That was great though. It's like, yeah, I got my book for each people. I was prepared for this. Oh, I highlighted some parts. Okay, so it's like been some messages clearly in the book. Then yeah, I've been doing some highlights there you can read. Yes, a very young, high-ranked. And Bucky was also jealous. He's so annoying! We hate that guy! Yeah, Bucky goes out like, oh! That guy, it's better than me. Oh, here we go. Endavuyr's place, Endavuyr's team. Oh my god, the waifu. Burning. Not a firepower, I guess. It's like kind of green fire. Nice. Big oppies. Very good Endavouyr. Oh yeah, of course there's a lot of people. Yeah, because they have big guy, right? 30 sidekicks. I love it! You're a loser! You should chance against me! Okay. I love it. Like a dragon guy or something? What is power? Yeah, you got a lot of like serious. So he actually has like a serious team, I guess, Endavouyr, yeah. I think All Might never cared about this, All Might's like, I'm the strongest guy myself, right? Yeah, All Might never cared about, I feel, bringing in like, a team of psychics and so on. I think Bucky was right. It's like, I just want to go fight something. Yeah, so just give me something to do. I don't care. Yeah, just give request. Give me a quest, But I mean, Hawks has clearly highlighted some part of the book, right? So Endavuyr's gonna hopefully figure out some message here. Yeah, it's like a yellow marked some parts in the book. So he's hopefully gonna figure out something. Yeah, look at the highlight parts. Maybe if you only read the highlight parts, code. I mean, it can be a code, right? You only read the highlight parts. So at least Endavuyr's getting some kind of hidden message here. He's not too. He's somewhat intelligent, Endavuyrr. Not an idiot. It's too fast. Okay, I can read this, man. It's way too fast. That's some areas at least. If I paused it, I could like go over it, but here we go. Yeah, it's a code, right? It's finding different. Here we go. A code. Good. Nah, don't throw Endavouyr down, man. No, Endavouyr gets it. Okay, so I guess there's more traitors. Yeah, it's a good point. Might be more traitors coming, right? But I guess the laptop guy is the guy from the opening. Probably like yeah. And now Endavouyr is trying to, read it through all here. The enemy's liberation. The first message. Oh, how many are they? 10? 100? Yeah, it's like a 10 there, so. Interesting. So in 4 months, they're gonna have some revolution, some kind of betrayal. Oh yeah, new ending of course. Think about that. Of course, a new ending as well. And then Endavuyrr plushie. Didn't think about that, but yeah, new ending as well, of course. So let's say Endavouyr is having a party, right? For the past year exams. This seems kind of similar. It's kind of like a... Yeah, everyone's hanging out, right? It's like, you know, making food and so on. Well, let's see. Maybe the ending has some hints. But I think in the last endings there's been kind of hanging out, right? So let's see. And a hawk flying though. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, a bird flying there. I wonder what that means. Obviously, a hawk reference. Yeah, a lot of hawks in the ending, so a little more forthcoming than the last ending. Oh, of course, it's like Kid Hawk with the Endavouyr plushie. Oh, I get it now, of course. Yeah, of course, he loves Endavouyr as a kid, right? So, of course, it's Hawks and his Endavouyr plushie, yeah. And the bad guys, Dub and so on. Deku smiling at Hawkster, yeah, he's like, yeah! Stop being so pussy, Deku! Okay, preview. Man, I love the new girl burning. I see her taunting them again there. I'm just gonna keep training with Endavouyr. One thing at a time. I guess I'm gonna keep training with Endavouyr, right? Papa Endavour's gonna keep teaching them stuff. That was a great episode, and the new opening was cool, man, and obviously one of my favorite animes and bands, right? We did a quick ending review as well here then, following on the opening part. But I mean, as I said, generally, the ending, you know, it was like, honestly, yeah, the ending, I feel the ending in Macadamia are kind of lackluster, you know, it's like, yeah, they're hanging out, it looks kind of cute, he's making a cake, right, he's like sugar, so, kind of like that. The biggest thing was that the ending had a little bit with the hawks, of course. First, we see a lot of actual hawk flying, but then the general idea that, as we already know, that Hawk is a big, you know, he's like a big Endavouyr fan, right, and has a plushie doll and so on. And you can get that in good screen here. And he kind of like has the plushie, and then he kind of sparks in his eyes from seeing Endavour's flame. So, I mean, the Hawk's Endavour's biggest fan, right there. That's kind of what the ending is pointing to again here. No, it's like a weird positioning, but I mean it works. So basically, right, we see Hawks. He's kind of sitting there. He's kind of sad, right? He's kind of lonely with the Endavouyr plushie, and then the flame comes, and his eyes are kind of sparkling red. So that's kind of the ending's general message, right? You know, that's really know though, right? Yeah, but like Hawks is Endavour's biggest fan, you know, he's #1 fan, right? And this is kind of like his like eyes are starting sparkling, his red star, like Endavouyr son, right? So he loves Endavouyr, as we already know in the flashback from last season, right? So that I feel mainly is the point of the ending, right? Yeah, we kind of see that obviously Hawks loves Endavouyr, and that's like the main thing in the ending. Oh yeah, they have this a little bit cool, I guess. When I think about it, a transition there when Hawks flies, then it turns into Endavouyr, or vice versa. It's kind of like a that's true. There's a really fast transition scene, like classic anime thing, where it's like super fast. You can barely. It's like one frame, but it's a frame and Endavouyr flying, and then it turns into Hawks. Right? It's kind of similar to the opening where you have All Might turning into Endavouyr, so they kind of do the same thing there. Yeah, I hate this. Yeah, so it's hard to see, but you know, Endavouyr started to fly with the flame, right? And then when he flies, in the next scene, yeah, it turns into Hawk, right? So he kind of turns into fire and start wings, and then Hawk turns into that from the fire. So similar to how Altin did All Might and Endavouyr, but here instead Endavouyr turning into Hawks. So actually pretty cool. I guess you can look at that, right? Obviously Hawk is next in line, right? So it kind of like goes in the, you know, All Might, Endavouyr, Hawks, right? It goes in that order, right? So it's a pretty cool thinking about it like that. Well, guys, to do the review later. But yeah, that was a cool episode. It's interesting that there's so many traitors. The message there is like thousands of people, and a lot of other heroes, right, being traitors, all right. So Hawks can't really talk about it. I'll talk about it more in great detail in my review coming out later. But anyway, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you guys today. Today also, of course, we have like a Toro final, right? I think Shadows Final, Vivis ended. So obviously we're coming to a lot of finals. I think tomorrow we have Megalobox final, right? So, and of course next week we have a lot of other new summer animes like Macarena and so on, right? So there'll be a lot of new animes coming here, and this next week as well, especially a lot of new animes, mostly isekais. But I see